This is George Rodriguez with Book Leverage TV, achieving peak performance by leveraging the best nonfiction books. Today in 3 Big Ideas, we're going to be talking about Be the Monkey by Barry Eisler and Joe Konrath. This is a dialogue between both authors. You can find out more about Barry Eisler at www.barryeisler.com. And you can learn more about Joe Konrath at www.jakonrath.com. This book is from the perspective of 2 authors having a conversation about the state of the publishing industry. And if you're into books, you're into reading, and you wonder about the future of publishing, and if you're a reader, you should, this is a great book to read. They're very honest, they're very forthright in their opinions, and it gives a good perspective on where they think the industry's headed. So 3 big ideas. The first one would be railroads. They talk about, in the book, how railroads were once, they thought they were in the railroad business, when in reality they were in the transportation business. And when the highway system came along, well, railroads lost all their business. And they're making the connection to the publishing industry, that the publishing industry is stuck in just thinking about publishing, when in reality they need to think bigger. They need to think about entertainment. They need to think about their authors. They need to think about a lot of things that they're not, and it's going to be to their detriment according to the authors. The second big idea is the law, and I want to read a quote where they say, quote, "In law, they teach you that if you can win on the law, argue the law. If you can't win on the law, argue the facts. And if you can't win on the facts, argue policy. And if you can't win on policy, attack the credibility of the witness." And that's what is happening here with these 2 authors. They're choosing a different path. They're self-publishing. And because none of the other kind of factors are working, they're getting attacked. And I think it's enlightening, or at least interesting, to think about how that affects other authors who choose to go down that path, and more are doing that, bigger name authors too. The third big idea is just make the pie bigger. And what they're saying here is that publishers, rather than protecting what they have now, need to be more concerned with how to grow sales, how to make the pie bigger, how to make books more popular, easily consumed, what they can do to make more readers. Because if there's more readers, there's more customers, and there's more profits for everyone. So those were the 3 big ideas. 3 more books that you may be interested in are Ape by Guy Kawasaki and Sean Welch, and that's short for author, publisher, entrepreneur. If you're a first-time writer, I would definitely check out Your First 1,000 Copies by Tim Grahl. And if you want more information about the big publishers and specifically their relationship with Amazon and Apple, check out The Battle of 999 with Andrew Richard Albanese. So that's it. Be the Monkey. Those were the 3 big ideas. Thank you for joining me here on Book Leverage TV. You can find out more about nonfiction books at bookleverageblog.com. This is George Rodriguez. Have a great day.